So the field for the women's 5,000 metres. Station 1, Gemma Maney from Frankston. 2, World Cross Country representative Sophie Barker from Melbourne University. Station 3, Ikana Murray Bartlett from Collingwood. Station 6, Molly Patch from South Melbourne. In 8, Cassie Heim from Glen Huntly. Station 9, I referred to her earlier, our reigning women's 5K champion Courtney Powell from Box Hill. Station 11, Bridget Seeley from Athletics Nunawading. Station 13, Tali Bird, the Australian Marathon champion from the Gold Coast, representing Glen Huntly. 14, Amelia Asliandis from Glen Huntly. She was second last year in the Victorian Women's 5K Championships at Lakeside. In 15, Sarah Waters from Deakin. In 16, Bronwyn Humphreys, World Mountain Running representatives from South Melbourne. In 17, Stacey Bolger from Glen Huntly. And in Station 18, Virginia Maloney from Collingwood. As we mentioned earlier, we have the reigning champion Courtney Powell, and we have our silver medalist from last year, Amelia Asliandis from Glen Huntly, who will battle out here at the Tom Kelly Athletic Centre as the girls start to get into their own rhythm. They head past the 400 metre, or the first 400 metres I should say, in around 1:21. And our unofficial statistician, Tim Crosby, will give us an estimated time for this event, probably around the 16-minute mark, maybe 16:30, depending upon the tactical approach of some of these talented competitors. As I mentioned, Courtney Powell, not only is she the reigning Victorian champion, but she also is an Australian and Oceania cross-country representative, and also competed in the World Juniors, where she finished 7th in Eugene, Oregon in 2014. That was in July. So Gemma Maney out in front, followed by Courtney Powell. You have Ikana Murray Bartlett in 3rd. It's a tight bunch, and Amelia Asliandis is in 4th place. Bit of jostling going around. These girls want to have a fight. They know what's on the line. This is the Victorian Championship. And it's also a great opportunity to get a time set in stone in the women's 5K.
It's Maney, Powell, Barker, Asliandis.
What was that? Maney?
Powell, Barker, Asliandis, and then Patch.
Maney, Powell,
Bartlett's right at that.
Asliandis.
It's the favourites basically. The top 3, or the top 4 are in the first 4 positions. So Maney leading it. Oh, I know the horse left.
So still leading this race, Gemma Maney from Frankston. Personal best time of 16 minutes 50. That was on her entry form. In that bunch, we also have Courtney Powell, our current Victorian champion. Amelia Asliandis from Glen Huntly is also in there. Sophie Barker and Ikana Murray Bartlett are in there. Virginia Maloney has moved up from Collingwood. My apologies. So it's still Gemma Maney looking really comfortable. Courtney Powell sat on Maney's shoulder looking very comfortable at this stage. There's still a tight bunch between the first 8 competitors in this event as Maney strides out. So the beautiful conditions here at Tom Kelly Athletic Centre have paved the way for a pretty slick first couple of laps in the women's 5K. Pretty fierce pace in the first 3 or 4 laps of this event. Maney is still out in front. Asliandis, Powell are in that bunch. Tali Bird has also moved up to join the leaders as they come down into the light. And if Mayor Jim is still here, anything that you can do to provide a little bit of lighting assistance in future budget years would be appreciated. But we do thank Mayor Jim for his council's investment in this track here. But Maney as it is out in front. Courtney Powell is in the perfect position, sitting on the right-hand shoulder of Maney in that lead group.
59. 5 minutes. The back marker was in about 4:58.
And this is a tactical race.
So it's Maney,
Yep.
Powell, Barker,
Yep.
Aslanidis, Bird.
There is no Barker,
Yeah. And then Waters and Malone.
So the top three, Maney, Powell, Barker. Sophie Barker is a world cross-country representative. It's a pretty talented field. Aslanidis, our silver medalist from the 2013 Victorian State 5K Championships.
Then got a gap to Waters
And a gap to Waters. And then a bit further back is Virginia Maloney from Collingwood. Coming up with 3,200 to go. 5:55 passes on the clock. They'll come through a touch over 6:05 as the prediction. They've got the Melbourne Cup distance to go, 3,200 metres. Maney, Powell, then Barker on the inside, Aslanidis, Virginia Maloney. That's the bunch out in front. Aslanidis stepping out into lane 2. He's doing a lot more work.
Molly, go whip up.
But Maney is still setting the pace. Powell is sitting right up on her shoulder. Barker on the inside in third. Aslanidis in fourth. Virginia Maloney in fifth. That's the top five.
No, it's top 5. Top 5 currently is
Yeah, Maney.
Maney, Powell, Barker.
Yeah, Aslanidis.
Bird.
Oh, Bird, Tarly Bird.
6:45 at 2K.
So 6:45 at the 2K mark of this 5-kilometre event. My apologies, Tarly Bird was on the end of that leading pack. So just to remind our viewers on ASVIC TV and everyone here at the Tom Kelly Athletic Centre, it is still Gemma Maney in front from Courtney Powell. Amelia Aslanidis is in that bunch. They're the top three as they come down to get 7 to go.
21, 22, 23.
Gemma Maney looking nice and relaxed. Courtney Powell sitting perfectly on her outside in Sophie Barker, Amelia Aslanidis and Tarly Bird. That is the top 5 in this women's 5K state championship.
7, 38,
The women's open record held by Sonia O'Sullivan is 14 minutes 41.02. It's a big ask today, but anything can happen if they start picking up the pace in the back half of this race. We saw Courtney Powell, representing Brighton last year, break the Victorian State Under-19 record where she did 16 minutes 29.58, and that was at Albert Park on the 14th of November. She also collected a gold medal at the Victorian Open Championships. But Gemma Maney is still leading this event. Powell is still on her outside, stuck to her like glue. Amelia Aslanidis is on the outside. Sophie Barker and also Tarly Bird. That is the top 5 in this women's open 5K. As they come into the main straight, they will get 6 to go.
Okay, still on 8 minutes.
Tick over 8 minutes 34 on the clock. Looks like the pace has slowed a little. No one wants to take the lead. Aslanidis is wide out in lane 2. Powell is now moving up on the right outside to be even with Gemma Maney. Stuck in the middle on the fence is Sophie Barker. And Tarly Bird, the Australian Marathon Championship from the Gold Coast, is in 5th position. Bit of jostling heading around the bend. And Amelia Aslanidis has moved up to the front. She's had enough of being tucked in. She's right next to Gemma Maney, and she'll have to start pushing and to build a lead in order to hold off the fast finishing Powell and Sophie Barker. They've both got incredible kicks, but the 5 of them are all together. Maney on the inside, Aslanidis next to her. Looks like Barker, hard to tell in this light at the moment, but Barker's settling out in 3rd on the outside. Tarly Bird's tucked in there, as is Courtney Powell.
So we're coming around at 3K.
So they're coming into, when they hit the straight, they're coming up to the 3K mark. We'll check the time and we'll get our expert Tim Crosby to give us an estimation on what we think the time for the 5K. will be today. This is the women's open 5K, and look at them spread across the track. You've got Powell, Aslanidis on her outside. Tali Bird has moved up, Barker in the middle, and Gemma Maney is slightly off the back pack, but Powell is now on the inside. About 10:10 for the first 3K, 2K to go. Tim Crosby's saying around 16:15. Don't put your money on it. Let's just have a friendly bet today. 16:15 is the target. If that's the case, it'll be a very good time for the winner here at Tom Kelly Athletics Track. But you can see Courtney Powell slightly in front of Amelia Aslanidis. Sophie Barker hasn't dropped off. She's moved on to the outside. Tali Bird's tucked back in on the fence. Nice position to be behind that pack in order to conserve a bit of energy. So as they move into the last third of this race, Tali Bird is in a very comfortable position if she can stay with these leaders. It's a pretty talented bunch. And Maney, of course, has dropped off slightly. She did quite a bit of work in the first quarter of this race, leading the girls out in the women's open 5K. But here they come up to the finish line to get 4 laps to go. Courtney Powell looking reasonably relaxed on the inside. Amelia Aslanidis on the outside of her. Barker on the fence. Tali Bird on her outside. That's the top 4 with 1,600 metres to go. This is where we'll sort the girls out. And Courtney Powell picks up the pace. Amelia is not letting her go. Barker on the inside. Tali Bird tucked in behind Barker. Gemma Maney a little bit off the pack at the moment, but she's done an amazing job. She led for most of this race. And as the girls head down the back straight, Courtney Powell starts to lengthen her stride and pick up her tempo. She's got about a body length and a half from Amelia Aslanidis, who is not letting her go. Sophie Barker's on the outside. And Tali Bird is also tucked right in on the fence. She's in a good position as far as my unintelligent eye goes. I think she's conserved a lot of energy during the first half of this race, and she's made a move up around the outside so that it's still Courtney Powell out in front. Amelia Aslanidis in second place. Tali Bird has moved up into third.
Gold Coast Marathon winner. National title. 8, 29, 30.
And I would hate to think what the training programs are like for these girls. I'm sure they would probably click over about 10,000 Ks per week. But Courtney Powell is striding out very nicely in front to get 3 laps to go. Amelia Aslanidis is still in striking distance. Tali Bird is leading the second pack from Sophie Barker. So it's certainly an exciting race, but Courtney Powell is up out in front from Amelia Aslanidis. Tali Bird and Barker are in the second pack. And well done to Gemma Maney. She's still looking really comfortable. 3 laps to go. And Maloney coming through to get 3 laps. Waters behind her. 1,200 metres to go. Stacey Bolger from Glen Huntly, followed by Cassie Heim, both from Glen Huntly. And Bronwyn Humphreys, our World Mountain Running representative from South Melbourne. But Courtney Powell has now got about 25 metres on Amelia Aslanidis. She's looking very comfortable in front. Beg your pardon, it's less than that, it's 10 metres. As they come into the home straight, Courtney Powell is still looking good in front. Amelia hasn't quite let her go. She's a tough competitor, Amelia Aslanidis. She came second, as we said before, to Courtney Powell last year. But Courtney comes up to get 2 laps to go. It's 14 minutes or thereabouts. She'll cross the line to get 14:03 with 2 laps to go. Amelia is still in contention. Look at the grimace on her face. She is not going to let Courtney go. Tali's looking very comfortable with Sophie Barker in 4th position. 800 metres to go in this women's 5K. And Courtney Powell has again picked up the pace. She's moved into 4th gear. Amelia Aslanidis has also followed her lead as they head down the back straight. And Barker's also now having a crack at Tali Bird up on her shoulder as they head down the back straight. Sophie Barker's not going to let Tali out. She can sniff a medal in the Victorian Open 5K Championship, but Courtney Powell heads into the remaining 600 metres looking very comfortable indeed. Amelia Aslanidis in 2nd place, and Bird and Barker fighting out for the minor medals. Bronwyn Humphreys, 14.59, just under 15 minutes, 2 laps to go. But here is our current leader. Give her a big round of applause. She's doing an amazing job. Courtney Powell is coming down to get the bell lap. Amelia Aslanides, she's still in striking distance. If she can just pick up the pace, Courtney Powell comes in. It's 15.21. Amelia Aslanides, 15.23. Sophie Barker's now in third place. 1 lap to go for Barker. 15.31. And Tarly Bird, 15.33. But 300 metres to go. Courtney Powell has started to motor. She's looking for a good time. Second place, Amelia Aslanides. This is the Women's Open 5K Victorian State Championship. Courtney Powell, 200 metres to go, is looking very comfortable, but Amelia Aslanides is not letting her out of her sight. Sophie Barker has moved into third place. That could be your top 3. That could be your gold, silver and bronze medalists. And Courtney Powell's got 150 metres to go. A World Junior representative at Eugene in Oregon, an Australian Oceania cross-country representative, and the current Victorian state champion in 5K. And Courtney Powell moves out to lane 3 to finish this event. What a sensational effort, back-to-back, 2013, 2014 state championships to Courtney Powell. The time will be around 16:37. Congratulations, Amelia Aslanides in second place. Takes another silver medal, and Sophie Barker, our world cross-country representative representing Melbourne Uni, finishes in third. And congratulations to each of the girls. Tarly Bird, gallant effort, will finish in fourth place, crossing the line 16.56.
Okay, Courtney Powell, talk us through the race tonight.
Yeah, it was a really nice night. It was I didn't really I wanted to come and hopefully try and win it. So yeah, I kind of sat in and with 1,500 metres to go, I increased the pace and yeah, it kind of went from there.
Was that a distinct race plan tonight? Were you under coach's instructions to just sit back through this field?
I guess because it's a championship race, the aim's to win, not I guess the aim is not really to run fast times unless you're going for a qualifier or something. So just yeah, I just hear people around me and see how everyone else is reacting, and then work from there and try and make my move whenever I feel like.
Amelia Aslanides certainly didn't let you go, did she?
Yeah, she's a real fighter. So yeah, I was really impressed with her. She yeah, she's real good competition. It was really good.
2014 has been a great year for you. You've had the World Juniors, you've also had the Australian Cross Country Championship and the Oceania Championship in Guam. What else is in store for this year?
On the 20th, I think it is, I go to Japan for the Cheap Ekinen Relays. I'm really excited about that. And early December is Zatopek 3K, last junior race.
So Chiba Ekinen, that's the World Championship or unofficial World Championship for relay running. What leg have you drawn for that one?
I've got the long one. I've got the 7.1K, so I have to bring it home. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a really good team atmosphere, and yeah, you don't really get to do much relay running as a distance runner, so yeah, we should be looking forward.
Now Zatopek, you're doing the 3,000 metres there. Is this your last year in the juniors?
Yes, so yeah, last junior race. So when I first said to my coach, can I do Zatopek, I think he thought I was going to do the 10K, and he's like, no, and then I was like, no, it's a 3K, so yeah, it's all good.
Now 2015, what are you looking for then?
Oh, hopefully I get selected for the World Cross Country team. So I have to run fast in, I think it's February. February I have to do the trials and hopefully perform well and hopefully get selected.